You, it's your boy Yasir Jones representing ISIS Entertainment, coming to you live and direct. Again, it's your boy Yasir Jones coming to you live and direct. ISIS Entertainment. Waiting on my co-host, Mr. Austin. I was running a little late tonight, so bear with me. Tonight he wanted to talk about traditional parenting versus I can't really remember what the other part was, but he running the show, so he's gonna come through tonight and he's gonna take the lead. Here we go, right here. What's up, Mr. Austin?
What's going on, good
I've
brother?
already I've already went ahead and introduced myself.
Okay.
Uh, It's on you to go ahead and introduce yourself and go ahead and let them know what this tonight podcast is gonna be about.
All right, Austin Brunswick, founder of Worldwide Enterprises. All your content, commercials, short film media, high quality. Come to us, we got you. But tonight, I feel like the topic should be about soul parenting versus fuck around and find out parents.
So shout out to Ken for making this outfit for me. Ken's creation, go check her out. She good with this as a whole leg.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Northside. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and check it out.
That's
And
hot.
also check out that I exist.
All
Um,
right.
so what do you mean traditional parent versus the parent I don't give a fuck? Oh no, I'm sorry. Fuck around and find out.
Soul parenting versus the fuck around and find out parenting. So, all right, so you got two types of parents in the world. You got the ones who say, "Let's talk about your feelings,"
Uh-huh.
and then you got the ones who say, "I bet you won't do it again."
Right.
All right, so one raises emotionally aware kids,
Right.
and the other raises mentally tough kids. But which one actually prepares you for real life?
Well, how so? What do you mean? How do they raise them? Like, go into detail about how they raise them.
I would say so. Which one? Which you want to start? Which one you want to start with?
I want this to start with the tough kids.
The tough kids.
Yeah.
The tough kids would come from the parents who hold on, I'm still
What's going on?
yeah, I'm still sending my stuff out.
Okay.
All right, we here. So all right, we're gonna break down which one we're gonna break down first.
The tough kids.
All right, so the tough kids come from the fuck around and find out parents. So
Okay.
those parents are basically discipline first approach, actions have immediate consequences, and respect through structure and authority.
Okay.
So basically, it's like I'm not one of your little friends, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the mentally tough kids that's being pushed from the fuck around and find out parents.
Right.
Now, the soul parenting,
Uh-huh.
uh, and it's not biased or nothing. It's basically focusing on emotional intelligence,
Right.
which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Explaining the consequences instead of punishing, and teaching self-regulation.
Hmm.
And it's basically saying like soft parenting isn't weak parenting, it's intentional parenting. So it's intentionally I'm
All parent
focusing
isn't
on
weak parenting, it's intentional parenting.
right. I'm intentionally worrying about certain attributes of you. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want you to grow up with.
Okay.
Yeah. So as far as that, how do you feel you grew up?
Uh I think it was the tough parent. Bust your ass and then talk to you about it later.
All right.
I don't know though. It wasn't solely that. It wasn't like just that. She was
Gotcha.
more diplomatic than anything.
Okay.
She was more diplomatic than anything. Like she talked to us, and then you get your ass whooped. Like understand and know why you getting your ass whooped, and then you go ahead and proceed with the whooping.
Was
or
both was both parents or just mom dad? Was they both
just
like
mom,
just mom? Okay,
just mom.
okay, okay. I mean, did it? All right. So did it help you growing up as far as like like your life journey?
Absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay, okay.
I
All right.
believe so.
So I feel like me personally, I grew up with the fuck around and find out parent on both sides,
On both sides.
both sides, both sides. Yeah.
Mm.
Um. I mean, what I got out of it gave me tough skin. Um. I mean, it gave me what can I say?
I mean,
It,
it
it,
gave you that mental fortitude
it gave me
to
mental
help, to help,
toughness.
to help, to help you to help you get through some things.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Because it's almost like helping you fight through your anger in a way.
Right.
You
Like
know what I
I
mean?
street, so I'm just scary. Toughen you up a little bit up here to, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
and it's teaching them about consequences, rewarding consequences.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sad to say, but it's kind of like the same way you train a dog. But yeah,
Exactly.
it's teaching you that. I forgot the name they called it in psychology, but that's definitely what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. So as far as the day time, what you think as far as the generation, as far as the parenting styles we just named, what you think everything is balanced is falling on?
I mean, you got the disciplinary parent, like you said. You got the diplomatic parent.
Mm-hmm.
You got the the parent that want to be basically like friends with their kids.
Okay.
Passive parent,
Okay.
and then I call okay. So it's aggressive, assertive, diplomatic, and you have the one that is yeah, what do you call it? Like, hmm, I guess they like in between all of those. They in between them.
Mm-hmm.
They hot and cold. Today, what how I feel about the parenting today?
Mm-hmm.
For like people don't got enough time to pay attention to their kids because they surviving.
Okay.
So they
But
give them as much of their time as they can.
okay.
But at the end of the day, if you a single parent, like you only can do what you can and
Mm-hmm.
what's available. That you know what I mean. Whatever time you got available. I mean, according to what you said, do those two parents that you described, do those two different types of parents that you described, do they fit that narrative?
As far as today,
As
what you
far
mean?
as having enough time to deal with their kids. I feel like both of them nowadays, both of them two types of parents that you named, don't have that much time for their kids
I mean, we live in a
unless
time where
they're well
people.
off.
No, well, we gotta think too. Like we live in times where people stay at home jobs. Um, what else? More of like they can be at home for real, but you still got that style of how I'm gonna correct my child when they do something. Like where now you got the soul parenting versus the FAFO parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're still gonna be a parent at the end of the day after your businesses and all that throughout the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Excuse me.
um, I mean, what you feel about like this generation? This generation we're looking at, and I'll say this generation as far as like from their actions, their behaviors.
I feel like they're out of control. They lack guidance. They need guidance. They need more men in their life. The males need more men in their life, and the young ladies need more responsible women in their life.
Okay. So what type of parenting style should be input
Used.
today? Yeah.
It's according to the child. It depends on what type of child you got. Because what works for one child it may not work for the next child when you parenting. You know what I'm saying? You might can be this one way with this child and everything be sweet. But
Okay.
when you got this other child, you can't parent this other child the same way that you parent this child. You know what I'm saying? This child's a little bit more rough around the edges.
So what you
So you
mean? You
can't
saying
you can't deal with them and instruct them the same way you instruct this child.
so you mean to
All
say
your kids
like
is different.
so you
You know what I
mean to
mean?
say like if they all do this the same wrong thing, I should individually correct them accordingly to their feelings?
The discipline first no, because the discipline should be the same all across the board. If they
Okay.
all did the same wrong thing, the discipline should be there's no favoritism, and you don't
Right.
want to like
Right.
single somebody out or you know what I mean, make
Hmm.
somebody feel better about how like their punishment was because kids notice things, even the smallest things.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So no, you treat you punish them all the same way.
Gotcha.
Give them the understanding and the teaching behind why this is happening, and for future reference, and then you deal with and you give them a punishment according to their behavior.
Okay. Because I got some stats right here from some psychologists on what soul parenting tends to produce and what the other side produces, and also the downside. So I want to touch base on the soul parenting, what they tend to produce from psychologists. And they basically tend to produce emotional awareness, better communication skills, and confidence expressing themselves. This is from psychologists.
Okay.
But on a downside, potential downside of soft parenting, they saying that the child has less tolerance for harsh environments and struggle with authority or discomfort.
Okay.
So
And this is statistically speaking, right?
starts from psychologists, people coming in with their child or what I'm saying. Yeah. So before I get to the other side of the parents, I feel like on that downside part where it says that the children tend to struggle with authority and discomfort, I feel like that's this generation, like this new 2020, the 15, that
Well, that depends on the parenting and the parenting style. If you got a parent that's always yelling at you, then that creates a small trauma.
hmm
You start to be loud and obnoxious in your conversation, or just loud.
hmm
Period. You know
Well,
what I
no,
mean? Even if you
well, no,
even if you wasn't a loud person,
well, no, I was actually talking about the struggling with authority and discomfort. Like
right?
when
I'm
somebody
I'm, I'm
says
saying
something to
that
you,
because
you struggle with.
because you might have what do they call it, oppositional something disorder, where you basically do the opposite of whatever somebody tell you not to do, just because they told you not to do it, you'll do it. Then you got those people who got a problem with authority, period, just because of how they grew up in the parenting and that whole setting.
Right.
So but
Which,
it's a lot of different factors to that though.
right. Which I was back to the soft parenting. They said they tend to. That's what tends to happen with soft parenting. The children grow up like that. So
So what type of parent style do you use?
I guess from looking at all this, the research, I feel like I'm on the fuck around and find out. So
So you more so the disciplinary.
mental toughness, independence, think for yourself, more like that. Not more of like you can't do this, you can't do that, but more of respect those things basically. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Yeah. So but on
It's
the other
very
side,
rare. So it's
huh?
like this. Like when my son with me, it's very rare that I have to raise my voice at him. I can
Absolutely.
just talk to him. But it's different when he's with a female.
Hmm.
Even with his own mother, like I think it's just certain stuff he think that he can just get away with. Like in a sense, like you feel me? I don't know what it is about, just the male and the female. It's like that energy. They just know not to play.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like that's why they say the kids need their dad, because when we step in, it's a whole different story. Certain behaviors is being displayed because the dad is not there. So it's just as simple as that.
Respect. Respect.
Um, so I think it's just involvement, being engaged with them,
Hmm.
personality, knowing their personality type, their
Right.
behaviors. You know what I mean?
Right.
Their attitudes, and you know what I mean, and the
Right.
patterns that they show. I think that all that involves in today's parenting, but versus traditional parenting, meaning back in the day and how they grew up,
Hmm.
they was getting told to get the branches off the sticks. outside and getting beaten with branches and extension cords.
We
That's a
told him
whole
that.
different. That's a whole different ball game.
We told him not to touch the pot of porridge, and he, we got fingerprints in there. Go get that stick. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So you gotta pay for that. But soul parenting today is more of, all right, let's talk about it. Let's sit down and talk about why you just put your finger in the pot. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
that's today's time, soul parenting. So that's pretty much what today I wanted to talk about. Just not bashing one side, but just bringing awareness to both sides and the downsides of both sides. You know what I'm saying? So from the psychologist's point too on the fuck around to find out parents, right? They tend to produce mental toughness, independence early, respect for consequences, but potentially on the downside of fuck around to find out parents, you get emotional suppression, fear-based decision making, and difficulty expressing feelings. Do you believe that? Oh,
Um, I don't know. It's like a 50-50.
50-50. Yeah, for me too. I think it's 50-50 too. Yeah,
It's 50-50, man. I don't necessarily think that it's gonna be that.
yeah.
Not in most cases. Not all the time. Anyway,
And I feel like you can't base all can't say everything's off of race, but sometimes we not everybody not the same. Like everybody deals with things
completely
different.
because the environment is different.
Yeah, everybody
Where
deals with
where, where a
different
black
things.
kid
Yeah.
would grow up, uh, another race or ethnicity is going to grow up in a different environment, completely different environment, which is going to create a completely different mindset. It's
Right.
all about development. When you're a kid, it's
Right.
all about development. Your environment influence you, your parents, your first teachers, the type of household you live in, the belief
Right.
system that's being indoctrinated within you, everything, your peers, the type of peers you're surrounded by. You know what I
Right.
mean? All that plays a factor in determining how you grow up and
Mm-hmm.
what that child is being molded into.
Gotcha.
It's based on what they're learning.
Gotcha.
Because from the age, at the age of 5 and 6, they start soaking up everything they learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everything after that becomes just educational. They mimicking it and then indoctrinating their own style into it, and they just get better and better as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And their ego gets bigger and bigger. Their defense system, their defense mechanisms, because they're learning it. They're learning manipulative behaviors. They're learning. They're learning. You know what I mean? How to protect themselves. Because 9 out of 10, they probably been through some type of hurt, whether that be in a relationship with having a little girlfriend or
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend, or just with family. Or the trust is being betrayed in some way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So psychologists say basically one teaches you how to feel, and the other teaches you how to survive. How you feel about that?
The other teacher, one teach you how to survive, and the other do what?
Teaches you how to feel.
I mean, you got to feel in order to survive. Your instincts got to kick in. So in a way, it goes hand in hand. So like I say, it depends on your environment, man. Like all that stuff factors in.
Gotcha.
It coincides. At one point in time, they merge.
Okay. So I had a personal story of mine is right. Um, a parent basically at my mother's daycare, right? Um, Basically she does soft parenting is a proud soft parenter, and pretty much what she don't understand is that she wants everybody else in the daycare to provide the same style to her child outside of the mother. So what I mean by that, saying that when a child does something wrong, like any other child, they want that she wants the daycare to act a certain way and talk, and you know what I'm saying? And we're not talking about knocking blocks over. We're talking about, you know, may kick a staff member, may, you know what I'm saying, bite, may, you know what I'm saying? So they want them to actually talk to them, do that. Now, do you think that is fair as a staff or daycare, service to have to deal with that.
I mean, it comes along with the job. These just kids, and a
Hmm.
lot of times they don't. The kids communicate through their behaviors. So
Right.
yes, it's their responsibility to deal with that. They signed up for that when they signed up for that job. It wasn't just going to be peaches and cream. It's not
Right.
going to be just that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they signed up for that.
Gotcha. But is it fair though that a child is being taught at home that you must be talked to through your feelings, through your actions. But
I mean,
when
to each his own when it comes to parenting. I can't say
right.
what's right or wrong about their parenting style because
No,
their
no, no,
parenting
no.
style is different from
No.
mine.
I was saying like in a real story though, at a daycare, this is a actual staff member saying that, I don't know if I can keep dealing with this child basically because of how the parent wants us to respond to the child.
Okay, well then you put them in a different class. You ask her supervisor or his supervisor put them in a different classroom, or you go find a different job. You know what I mean, it's always a choice.
Right,
It's
right.
always a choice.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
you
lot of
right.
times people confine themselves.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But everybody got options.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And it's up to you to choose the best option that works for you in your situation.
Gotcha. Okay, so what statement says right here? I feel like this is a good statement. It says traditional parents were raising warriors. Today's generation is trying to raise emotionally free humans.
Um,
You agree with that?
I mean, I think that's cool as long as it's respectful.
Okay.
Everybody free to express herself as long as it's if we can have a civilized conversation about how you feel, then yeah, that's cool. But if not, then nah, no, it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's respect first.
Hmm.
We can't have a conversation unless we respect each other to a certain level.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Whether that be from child to parent, from man to woman, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
From you to teacher, it has to be
Mm-hmm.
respect there. You know what I mean? Some type of form of respect. All that
Gotcha.
matters.
Gotcha. Um,
I'm sure we got some parents on here watching right now.
I know I'm looking
Let's
for some
let's ask
comments.
them what
Yeah.
parenting style works for y'all. What parenting style works for y'all? BTA.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like
What does
I'm a go ahead.
Jarrell Steph said BTA? What does BTA mean? What does BTA mean, Jarrell? What you was about to say, bro? My
Uh,
fault. I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh no, no, you good. So I was going to basically put some real world tests to both scenarios as far as like, the sole parenting versus the other parenting. And
Okay.
like for instance, today's time. Oh, he said about the
Oh, when a kid misbehaving about the ass, strictly disciplinary.
real. But
That's old school.
all right, so I got scenarios basically, just what I'm saying, from for both sides. So for the workplace today, when a boss got criticism,
When a boss got criticism,
when a boss has criticism, you working for that job, boss has criticism.
is
What
this got something to do with the parenting?
the parenting style, basically emotional. Remember, we got emotional. You got
My
the
boss has a problem with the way I parent my child.
no, 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 no. I'm talking about the
Oh,
child itself, basically, and then the scenario this child is put into today. So you got the mental tough kids, and then you got the soft parenting kids. We just talked about
yo, you funny as shit, bro.
what happened.
Nah, he said, Doc, You know, straight no games being played, man.
No game.
Especially at school.
No
Nah, for
game.
real.
No
No
game.
bullshit. You ain't never
Yeah.
lied though.
Yeah.
Cause I
I
ain't playing with
mean,
mine when they go to school.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like you said, belted. Yeah, yeah.
But my thing is, see, it might not even be like a beating for me. It might be like push
Mhm.
up position. Like push
Right,
up position. You gotta sit in
right,
push up position and don't get up until I tell you to. And I
right,
can talk to you and explain everything I want to you, and you'll still be hurting and going through it and learning your
right,
lesson all in one.
right,
You feel me?
right. My thing is that first time I do it though, it's gonna be the last time I have to. It's just
It's gonna be phenomenal because they're gonna be like, damn,
phenomenal.
like
It's gonna be wicked.
I
I
have
ain't
never
never.
felt this type of pain in my life. I've never felt nothing like this in my life. So
I
that's what
don't
they're
never
gonna be
want
thinking.
to.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm done. I
I
quit.
don't.
You know how when you do something wrong, you know them people like they with the shits, they want to do something. Then when y'all get in trouble, they crying, they shaking. I never do this again. I swear to God, I never do it again. And they get to talking like that.
I don't want to never see him like that again. He's scared
It's
to.
gonna be it's gonna be one of those moments. It's gonna be one of those moments. Word.
Yo. So yeah. So as far as like relationships today, like you know what I'm saying, I feel like a lot of relationships today is not lasting, even with marriages, due to the fact of you know what I'm saying. Yes, fidelity, infidelity, but I feel like a lot of it is like with communication and emotional shutdown. And I really feel like that is the problem because of being raised like that. That you feel like entitled for somebody to tune into how you feel, for you to respond accordingly or something like that. Or like I feel like that's tied to that. I feel like because this soft parenting thing is on a rise
That's my ass.
today.
You said the saw parenting thing. What?
It's on a rise today. Like it's just it's like it's a normal thing now, basically. So I feel like with relationships today not lasting, even marriages statistically over 50% of marriages not within like the prior I think first 2 years or whatever go
I
to
don't think the
divorce.
kid. I don't think divorces is because they not. It's because of the kids.
No, no, not never the kids. I'm saying how people are raised from being a kid from soft parenting, basically. See
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm saying? I'm talking
What you
about
saying?
the scenarios now from being raised from that, basically.
Um,
So
it play a part, but I don't.
I
It
just
play a
feel
part.
like,
I don't think it's a major part, but I think it definitely play a part. I think it's more so like a lot of personal shit other than the childhood shit that
hmm,
is the reason why a lot of people divorce nowadays. For real, for real. Because when you I don't really want to dive into that topic because I know we're on parenting topic, but a lot of people ain't who you think they are once you live with them. Then once you locked in with them in a whole marriage, that's something completely different. Like, are
this is
you
when the
ready to accept who they are and how they
this
be
is
every day? Like every day,
this is
like
when
same
the
person every day.
this is when the mental capacities start. You start trying to figure, understand people's capacities now, and
This is
how
where
you know what I'm saying.
this is
What
where
kids,
what we say
what
we
kids
want and what
going
we
through?
respond to become two different
Right.
things. Like, damn.
That's why it pays to get to know people. That's why it pays to get to know people, man.
It's Terrell said, I think a lot of parents should stop acting like their kids. Don't do no wrong and really get to the root of why are hold up. Why are they out here doing the stuff that they doing? Because that plays a huge role in a lot of things we have going on in our neighborhood and things that our nature cause. Your parents don't want to discipline a child when a child needs to be disciplined. And then when nobody else to do it, and they don't want nobody else to do it either. I
Hmm.
feel you on that. That's valid. Because they're back their kids even if they wrong.
Hmm.
I guess to show them that they with them, right, wrong, or indifferent. But
Right.
at the end of the day, that plays a major role in why it's a lot of shootings going on.
Hmm.
Remember, I explained that on the other podcast because it's a lot of shootings going on because a lot of young men don't know how to handle their emotions and they don't know how to communicate as men.
Hmm.
So they communicate the best way they know how with anger and frustration. You know what I'm saying? This is where the violence coming at. Oh, I don't want to hear nothing you guys say. Why hear
So,
what you guys say when I can just get you completely out the way? That's the mindset.
so do you call that softness? Because the softness break under pressure?
Um, That could come from the aggressive parent as well. Not like really, because you it's still an anger in a child. If you're constantly always angry when you're around your child, or you're not angry, but you always sound like you angry because you're frustrated with life, the kid is picking that shit up. He's picking that type of anxiety up, that anger, that stress up. Whether you know it or not, he's taking from you. Even when these kids look like they playing, they running around, they still listening and watching.
But is it your pop is or your parent inside the house that's complaining and nagging, they saying everything, everything negative. But is that gonna make you bust off a gun now?
I mean, for a lot of kids, that's what it's doing. That's what's happening now. So
Or is the neglect or the abandonment gonna make you do that?
both.
Mm,
Because if you're abandoned, you're looking for a family in the street. The family in the street is what? A gang
gotcha.
or some type of sect or cult.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They go find the family,
Mm-hmm.
and
But
then they get raised based on their rules. That code.
mm,
You know what I mean? Unrealistic ideals was what I call it, according to
okay.
civilian people. Civilian people was people who are not in the streets.
Okay. So basically, emotional intelligence will win in the long term.
Yeah, because emotional intelligence comes with maturity.
Okay.
More mature you become, the more emotional intelligence you have. Because emotional intelligence creates stability. You balance your emotions out. You're not going to be one way all the time or this way all the time. Jarrell said either whether or not, hold on, either or is not the smart way for real. And the older guys in the street should teach them a little better since that's what they look up to. But they can only teach them what they know, Jarrell. If you got this old head on the corner all day long and been sitting there on that corner since that young boy was 3 years old in a diaper, and he looking up to this dude thinking he cool, he only gonna get as far as the dude on the corner. You understand what I'm saying? Because look where he at in the same position. So if he looking up to him, he's gonna try to mimic his ways, and he's gonna be on that corner next to him. This old head, 40, 50 years old now. He's still in the same spot. How can he get that young boy guidance? And he misguided his damn self. Because if he wasn't, he wouldn't be in the same spot.
Yeah.
So you can look at it in that way. Like you can only go as far as you're only going to go as far as your. Like, I mean, the person like what a like. So where do we start? It start in the household. We are the first teachers.
So that's what we talking about today, basically. We
Yeah.
basically we talking about people with parents. We ain't talking about
Hold
the
on, real
parent
quick.
that
Sister.
yeah, we talking about basically the those with parents at this moment right now. But the style of parenting basically from soft parenting and the fuck around and find out parenting. And pretty much right now we just basing it off of scenarios of today's generation, of yesterday's generation. We gave a breakdown of basically from psychologists what most likely saw parenting produce and a downside of it, and on a fuck around and find out side too. So on that note, um, it's a powerful line right here that says the real world doesn't care about your feelings, but your feelings determine how you navigate the real world.
Hmm. The real world doesn't care about your feelings, but your real feelings determine how you navigate throughout the world. So I think another major important piece that we need to talk about is teaching your kids that not everybody's going to like them. Not everybody has to be your friend.
Yeah.
So that right there, teaching them that, I think is a valuable, very valuable thing. And it'll take away a lot of drama, future drama. You know what I mean?
Now,
As they get through middle school, high school, and then college.
is
And make
that
them both.
possible? Is that possible with soft parenting though?
Yes, if you got a good relationship with your child.
So how can you like toughen them up for that? That
Well, certain stuff you're just gonna have to let them go through it. Experience is the best teacher. But when they go through it, that's when you come in and give them that proper education. You give them
okay.
that you teach them, you school them. you pour their coat because that's when it's best suitable. Because when you constantly trying to give your kids some advice, that should go through one ear and out the other. Like they take some of it, but the rest of it they throw it away until they need it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like you might tell them something, and bam, they go through the situation like, damn, that's the shit my dad was talking about. That's crazy. And then they come to you and vent to you about the situation, like, yo, you right. How you think? You think I should have did this? This what I did. You think I should have did this stuff? Boom, you automatically as a parent, you ready to help. You gonna dive straight in and get to explaining some stuff. You feel me?
But then you got the ones also too that yeah, I ain't fucking around because that they pops he corrected me and let me know that's not it. So I never tell I
True.
never so you still
Now
you
you
got them
got
too.
yeah, the ones that just don't want no trouble at all, that just want
Yeah,
to do the right thing,
yeah.
which
He
is
told
which is which is good. You
right,
ain't gonna have too much problems as far as drama is concerned with them, but you're
right.
gonna have a lot of other problems. You know what I mean? That you're gonna deal with that they
Well,
might struggle with.
right. Nobody perfect. Nobody perfect. Yeah,
Nah, for real.
yeah. But yeah. So that was a powerful quote right there. That I felt like that I had to kind of state that for according to the topic.
Yeah,
So yeah, the real world doesn't care about your feelings, but your feelings determine how you navigate the real world.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, what you think about the both styles put together?
Um,
They call it structured empathy.
I was going to say both styles put together, used the right way. I think it'll do some, some good work.
They said
Yeah.
two. They say too soft creates fragility. Too hard creates emotional distance. Balance creates strength.
Mm, I don't know, because life play a role in this parenting stuff, man.
Yeah, it
It
does,
really
man.
do. It really do. Life played a role in this parenting stuff because it's
It
like
does. It does.
you gotta look at a mama's boy, and then when she finally let him go off the nest and make him go be a man and start doing for herself, like that's life experience that's gonna teach him how to be more responsible.
Yeah.
She can teach him all that she can, but some things in life he's just gonna have to learn by being on his own.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Same
True.
thing for a young girl. Like she can teach her all that she know. You know what I mean? Give her game and all that. But some things in life that she gonna like, you know what I mean, gonna have to learn.
Mm. Yeah, they say some parents raise kids to obey, others raise kids to understand.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. But
Mm.
kids gonna, once they come into their own and get their own personality and stuff like that, it gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
You understand your kid more and more. Like you already understood some of their behaviors, but I feel like it makes it that much more easier. Um, because at the end of the day, when you got a relationship with a child, and especially when they look up to you, they're more prone to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Even if
Great.
you're not, even if you're not the parent,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're not the parent, feel me? If you ever look at one of your little cousins and see how they look up to you, you feel me? They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
listen to you, but they don't
Yeah,
give a fuck about what mom and dad talk about.
they respect you.
That's why they always in trouble. They just have to look up to you. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Because what you're doing has to lie within their self interest.
Mm-hmm.
But that applies to us as adults too. It's no different. We just grown now. We just
Right.
got more. We're just more responsible, more mature. That's all that is. But a lot of people still got that inner kid in them.
That's a good human trait though, I believe. Just to have that at an old age as a getting older in life, to still have like, some type of kid in you. That's good for I feel like that's good for relationships to keep your relationship, still spicy, fired up and all that. I feel like it's good for your health to, what I'm saying, stay fit. So yeah, I feel like that's a good trait. I feel like that's a good trait.
I mean, I believe that, but I don't know because life can harden the heart. So
Yeah, it does.
It get hard and hard. So yeah,
Hmm.
even if you don't feel well, you smiling and shit. It generally
Hmm.
makes you feel better anyway, like a little better, just a little better.
Hmm.
You know what I mean, because I know a lot of times like it make people so serious.
Yeah, hard, and you right on up.
Yep,
But they say love conquers all.
it do. It do.
There's there's somebody for everybody out here.
It do. It is because what you said before, the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Somebody your pain might be somebody's beauty.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So never give up on yourself. Always bet on yourself and educate yourself.
no, for real.
For real. So, on that note tonight, I learned something tonight myself. So I might throw a little bit of soul parenting into my little ritual resumes and
What
all
does
that for
what
mine.
does so what does soft parenting consist of in your mind to you? Like, how would you incorporate in that?
Uh Talking more. Just add a little bit more talking more. Instead of me uh consequence for repercussions first, you know what I'm saying? What did you do? More of I just learned, let me calm myself down, sit down and talk.
Right.
Now, why you think you just spilled this? Was you paying attention? Was you doing something? Was you not focused? You know what I'm saying?
What if it keeps
Well,
happening?
now if it keeps happening, now we got to do something about it now. So, you know what I'm saying? Nobody likes discomfort. So I gotta make it uncomfortable for you. So
So, what type of disciplines do you think that kids should get nowadays?
first off, we need to be aware of reality, what's right and what's wrong. Because when you go outside your house and do wrong, your parents can't save you. So
Well, wouldn't that
it's best to know early what's right and wrong, basically.
right?
You know what I'm saying? So you get that awareness of making a good choice. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing what choice is right or wrong until it's done. And then you, damn it, why I fuck with these dudes, or why I go to, yeah, I know this chick was no good. Why I go to this, yeah. So I feel like, yeah, we just gotta start at home, teaching our kids the raw truth of, life. Like, life ain't peaches and cream. It can be if you work hard for it, but yeah, that's the mental tough part of this. I feel like that needs to be balanced in kids either. Not, what I'm saying, you could do anything in this world and everybody's hating on you, and no, that's soft. That's soft parent, I feel like, because that you're not giving them reality. Once again, nobody cares about your feelings.
Yeah,
Nobody. Not a
that's
job. Not
that's all day, every day.
every day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I learned something today though. Definitely gonna implement a little bit of sit down, especially with my son. He getting a little older now.
So, do you think it's good to have favorites as a parent?
Favorites. I mean,
Because everybody say they don't have a favorite child, but they do.
yeah, I
Can't have
mean,
it because this one gives you less problems, so you like them more.
yeah, we get, or this one walks around with more understanding. Like,
You think it's a problem with that?
not at all. Not at all.
Do you think so? You think it's okay if the other kids see that you showing favoritism?
Now, is that fair though?
No,
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Yeah, you should be always fair with all your children.
should be, but is life fair?
You should be fair with all of them.
But is life
But
fair?
my smile might be a little. That's my my baby right there. That's my. You know what I'm saying? But I love all y'all. I love all y'all.
Are
That's
you
my.
teaching
That's
them? Are
my.
you teaching them? Are you teaching them to be okay with unfairness in life, or are you teaching them to be like when you do that?
Yeah,
What are
you
you
know.
teaching them? What are you teaching them when you do
You know
this?
the easy. You know the easy way how I teach them sports.
That's a great way.
Sports. I teach them
Discipline.
sports early sports, and that's from training, running, even before you touch a ball or court.
I play sports, so I
All
know
that.
the value in playing the
You know what
sport
I'm
is
saying?
discipline,
Being
discipline and teamwork.
being last when we running, like all that psychologically, I'm and we in there, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So that right there, I feel like that's fucking around and find out parenting. I feel like um I'm gonna continue that, but I feel like I'm gonna also implement a little bit of soft parenting too, because I feel like that's powerful too in a way, not fully. I should know. I feel like that's just my opinion. I feel like you should every household should be balanced, but soft parenting, man, it's going. I feel like your child not gonna have no boundaries.
you feel like your child not gonna have no boundaries?
They're not gonna know boundaries. Yeah, they're gonna feel entitled, basically.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean, at home, my mom sits down and talks to me about me knocking holes through the wall. So why are you not talking to me when I just knocked the hole through this wall? Why are you
Them
screaming at me? Why are you calling the cops on
straight to beating that ass, straight to
me?
discipline. But see, I think that's what I mean by kids know the difference. They know that you're not gonna play with them. They're not gonna display certain behaviors.
You know what
If
I'm
they know
saying?
that you're gonna be a little lenient on them, they're gonna see how far they can go.
Yeah, and keep going and keep going and keep going.
But kids need structure,
Yes, they need that.
so
They
this
need that. They
matters.
need they need that stop sign. Like,
They need this structure. They need yo. You gotta go to bed at this time. You
but you know
need
where
your
that
dad.
stems from, though, right? That stems from love, because love means I care about you. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If I didn't love you, I could care less if you was outside on the street.
yeah.
I could care less if something happened to you.
That's not always true though, because sometimes you got people who get kids and they might get a check for them, and they still might got strict rules in their household. You
I
understand what I'm saying?
mean,
They don't
but
necessarily love them. They just it's a necessity. It's a requirement
I mean,
to
love.
make sure the kids in like like is some type of control there, some type of power there. Because if not, they're
That's
still
not
held
love. Then.
resp- they're still held responsible. That's what I'm saying. It's not
No,
always
that's not.
love.
Yeah, that's not love. Yeah, that's
That's what
not
I'm
love.
saying. It's like it's not always love. You feel me?
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's not love.
For some, not all, but for some.
Yeah,
Feel me?
yeah, and then I feel like a lot of like spool entitledness today,
I feel like it's a lot of kids that's spoiled and entitled too, and
and I feel
those
like
are some
that
of the worst ones
and I
nowadays.
feel like that comes from soul
They're
parenting. They came from soul parenting.
they what?
I feel like they came from soul parenting.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be all right. Oh no, we're gonna work on that, or we're gonna do
yeah,
yeah. Not being as real strict on them about certain stuff.
yeah.
So, what type of discipline do you think that would consist of? Like, what do you think would put that child in alignment with the ways of a child is supposed to behave? What type of discipline will put that child in alignment with the way a child is supposed to behave?
And simple correction immediately as it's done
So, like
correctly.
what? Like taking his favorite toys, favorite
Um,
video game, cell phone.
nah, just actually, being checked. Somebody actually telling you about yourself at that immediate, that moment. You know what I'm saying? Your tone getting high with your mom. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Your dad checks you. Hey, that's my wife. Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? That checks you on, all right, my bad.
that's if a man is present. And most days, men are not present. And the ones who are present, you got some that are phenomenal men at being a dad and all that, but you got
Right,
some that just disgusting.
right.
It's like it's crazy. Like you put your boys before your kids. You know what I mean? Put these girls before, like it's just the list goes on. But
Yeah,
I'm sure you get the picture.
yeah. When we talk about parents, two households. Yeah, tonight we talking about the two households tonight.
Oh,
So,
a two household dynamic. The parents have
yeah,
to be on the same page. One
yeah.
parent can be saying yes, and another parent saying no.
But that's what we
Because
talking about. Like if two parents
yeah,
was basically
so
solved and two parents was actually fucking around, find out. like
Yeah,
that.
but it's not. It's not. It's always. It's always been like that though. One
Yeah.
parent the good guy, one parent the bad guy,
Hmm.
and of course the child gonna want to go with the good person, the one that's being super nice to them and getting them this and that,
Hmm.
instead of the other one that's checking them and saying no and I can't believe your grades up like this and so
Right.
forth and so on.
Right. You're not getting no ice cream. No.
Yeah, versus that. Oh shit.
Right. You're not.
Versus
You're not. There's no TV time. No.
yeah.
But soft parenting. Well, we're gonna limit TV time this week because I feel like you need to focus more on social studies because you dropped the letter grade, and we want to limit your focus time basically.
Yeah, for sure. But it's coming to a close, y'all.
Yeah.
We're coming around our closing time, and I want to appreciate those who came out and supported and joined the
Hmm.
conversation tonight. I thank you for coming in. Um, like I said, you can go check out the clothes on I Exist Clothing on Instagram, and if you don't have an Instagram on Facebook, you can go to BG Jones page and check out the clothing, the prices, and your favorite color, and then it gets shipped to you immediately. Again, this your boy Yasir Jones representing I Exist Entertainment, and I got my co-host over here, Mister.
Austin Brunswick, Worldwide Enterprises founder. All your commercial needs, music videos, short films, short animations, anything content. We got you. Just let us know.
And tonight's topic was on parenting style, a traditional parent versus this day and age parent.
Hmm.
Um, Stay tuned in. We're coming with many more episodes, with a
Hmm.
lot of different things to discuss. Um, I think we might need to touch on entrepreneurship. You
Okay.
know what I mean? It's a lot of things that I think that we should discuss that haven't been discussed yet.
I'm with that.
Um, we would love for the people to pick a great discussion that's trending right now, that we could talk about and bust it down and then build it back up. You know what I mean, forget to the nitty gritty of it, figure out what's what, and then give out the facts and opinions on it. Um, we always open. We always open to that about topics that's trending right now. Um, Thanks for the love. You know what I'm saying, girl? You show love, you get love.
Yes, sir. Sir.